Welcome back. I have something a little special for y'all. In this video essay, I want to explore how business changes with a lack of purpose affect your audience. The company we're going to examine is Activision/Blizzard in their line of games Call of Duty, and how microtransactions throughout the course of the series has shifted and how players reacted to changes. With customers wanting more out of a brand to side with them with issues that they care about, brands have a whole new responsibility of upkeep to their brand and finding issues that they really care about, and are not looking for a quick way to make money. This video is broken up into 4 separate parts. The first part is understanding what is purpose. The second is the microtransactions through the years. The third is my overall experience in the community. And fourth is just overall the why as to why this matters. Their gameplay doesn't really matter, but it's key to stay focused on the screen during this video essay, as I will be presenting some pictures and some videos throughout the video essay to explain further points. So let's get right into the first part, understanding what is purpose. Brand activism is not putting out a statement and then moving on to the next thing. Brand activism is a mixture of wanting to better the space that you are in and getting the change for the greater good. I want to look at purpose and what it is. The purpose is what drives brand activism. Purpose, as stated here by Jay Curley, Global Head of Integrated Marketing at Ben & Jerry's. Business activism is not driven by the values of your customers or the issues they care about. It is driven by the values of your brand and the things that you and your company care about. Why does your company exist? What are your core values? Be clear about your values. Make sure they are rooted in something real and they stand to the test of time. Values is the most key important thing here, because ultimately values is what drives your company. Values are what does your company hold dearly to themselves. What do they stand behind that they are wanting to see change behind it, and they're willing to implement the change behind to keep those values that they hold dearly. Your customers are each individuals, and not all of them are going to uphold the same values that your company hold. They might only hold one of the values that you guys hold, but your brand needs to have those values. It is what drives your brand and your company to succeed in life. Below is what we're going to be seeing is Activision's mission statement. We believe great games start with great people. At Activision, we want to make great games that sell, and we want to be able to do that without our people. We achieve our success through our immensely talented development teams and operational expertise of our management, marketing, and corporate services. In the first sentence, ultimately, they're making these games to sell. That's the end of be all. They're making these games to sell. They are making these to make money. You can see this in their business decisions that they have made throughout the years. For the most part, any input from customers is non-existent. It is more of the following of trends and then completely milking it until the next thing comes out. A lack of purpose, or purpose that has a different motive than their actions, can be damaging to the brand in terms of customer interactions and loyalty to the brand. Lack of understanding and companies making decisions that go against their customers' values does not make you a brand activist wanting to look for change. Microtransactions.
First 3. This is nuts. This is gonna be good. Boom! There it is! STG-44 relic. Let's go, boys! That legendary loot. Come on. Come on, baby. Ooh, blunderbuss royalty. Let's go! I will take that too. Except for those, ooh, SVO royalty. What's happening?
Yes! Yes! What is that? A flag top. Oh shit, that's a shotgun. Okay, that's a toggle action shotgun. Oh man, literally last second drop right there. Oh shit! The savior again? You gotta be fucking
Just ready right here. Oh, Marshall 16s, let's go! Oh my god, the supply drop luck continues, man. It continues. That makes 8 DLC weapons in this video already. Here we go. What's gonna be the next one? What's gonna be the next one? Something in the middle? We get the XMC! Oh my god, the XMC! 18 DLC weapons! 18 DLC weapons with the...
As the clip showed, there was hype behind opening these crates on YouTube for the most part. These clips were garnering hundreds and thousands of views. People ultimately wanted to see people gamble their monies away, and ultimately it was gambling at the end of the day. Activision would lock content behind this paywall, and you had to pay at the chance of getting the item that you really wanted. These types of microtransactions started in 2015 with Advanced Warfare, and it got worse and worse throughout the years. Change finally happened when its competitor came in. Fortnite came onto the scene in 2017, and this free-to-play game really changed the way content was provided to players.
Mooney here from the Fortnite community team to give you the scoop on the Battle Pass. Listen up, my dudes. Season 2 's starting soon and has all new cosmetic loot. Play for free to get some of these cool items, or buy the Battle Pass and instantly get some goodies, including this awesome Blue Squire outfit.
And like always, Activision followed the trend, and they did the same thing that Fortnite ultimately ended up doing.
Introducing the Season 1 Battle Pass. Entering this global conflict of deniable ops is enemy number 1. Stitch. This legendary operator is a former Soviet chemical weapons specialist turned international fugitive. Load up for infill with 2 new weapons.
Introducing the Season 1 Battle Pass. Play the game, level up, earn rewards. It's that simple.
Having a battle pass or leveling up system that rewards the player with content was a good way of retaining players. The more you play, the cooler the items were. Call of Duty followed that, and from Black Ops 4 until the recent, there has been some form of battle pass in the present of these games. With Modern Warfare 2019 changing the whole system, releasing content for free, giving that amount of content was unheard of. Normally, you would have to pay for the extra content like maps. Usually, map packs which consisted of 4 maps costing $15, or for $50 you were able to get all 12 maps as they were to release. Releasing the content for free, and on top of adding more and more content each and every week to the game, was huge, and this was ultimately allowed them to have the success that they had recently. These flashy trailers and cool storylines are selling you an experience, but never really showing you what to expect on the journey of playing for these rewards. My experience. I've been around the scene since 2012. I was a part of all the significant changes that occurred in the series from Activision themselves, as well as I am a part of the community. I am playing these games, consuming the content on YouTube, and watching live streams on twitch.tv. I can tell you this, Call of Duty is not the friendliest community or the most welcoming. And that can be said about any online multiplayer game. With Call of Duty, there is such a part of the early 2010 meme culture that its influence is much stronger than any other game. Being a part of that meme culture turned the community around and made it okay to joke and push the boundaries of these things for the meme. But as a result, this has a lot of homophobic, racist, xenophobic comments to be made online. You can sit behind a screen and even hide your gamer tag. With that anonymity, people let go and say whatever comes to their mind. I can tell you that I've been called things that I had to Google to define those words. However, the game continues to be popular. Why? It has to do with the content model that they have in place and overall progression that you get in this game in terms of challenges, weapon challenges, and in-game to unlock secret camos. These are the things that makes the games fun and make you want to play more. With this being an online multiplayer game, you can play with your friends and enhance the experience even more. Don't get me wrong, the game is fun, but the community is extremely toxic. There's a lack of communication between the community and the company themselves. The community is the people who will buy your game after a year and have stuck with you through the most part. Activision is not listening to that community and just simply listening to the newer market, which is the Fortnite crew or the younger audience. Activision is not taking the time to learn about who their community is, and then it creates this lack of communication. Activision again is more focused on gaining more and more of that audience instead of maintaining and actually keeping that community that they have. And don't get me wrong, toxicity has been lower than what I've normally been used to before back in the day with third-party applications like Discord, TeamSpeak, and then you have the consoles with their own party chats. People are not really communicating with themselves at all. They're just talking within their friends groups, playing different games, they're not really talking about what's happening in game. But with the few people that actually do speak on the microphone in the game lobbies, it doesn't take long until you start hearing those types of comments that were normally you would not hear out in the real world. These are just happening 2 minutes into joining a lobby in these games. With the ability of changing your gamer tag, people have taken it up to themselves to put racist, homophobic, and even xenophobic gamer tags just for the meme, for the culture, or simply because it's dark humor. The why. Given the current climate that we are in now, where talks of social injustice and the fight for equality for all humans on Earth has increased, consumers want more out of their brands that they shop at. They want them to have an activist voice and not just a corporate one. Before, it was not the best practice for brands to talk about issues like these. For them, it was mainly just to stay quiet and to really not talk much. But recently, consumers are looking more from the brands. What is the brand doing outside of trying to sell? What are they doing to better the consumer experience and to gain trust to get me to buy from them? Consumers want brands that they interact with to take stand on something that aligns with the brand's values. Purpose relates to the Call of Duty because, for the most part, it's apparent that Activision's purpose is really to make as much money as they can. As stated here from Charlie Intel, in a new press release, Activision has announced that Call of Duty has surpassed $3 billion in net bookings in the last 12 months alone, making one of the highest year-to-date sales for the franchise. Activision says over the last 12 months, fan engagement and premium game sales of Call of Duty has reached an all-time high, the highest in franchise history. The company's that says this is a growth in part thanks to the franchise's new shared ecosystem model. People are buying these games and buying all these microtransactions because since now they transition to this one game style where their new game Warzone is the main focus, and they really have to just focus on releasing content, more and more content, and just releasing that behind a paywall, and people are excited for that. They're getting more content than what they've ever gotten before. And with this shift to providing free content and combining the game's ecosystem, they're giving people what they want and they're getting a return from it. Activision, like many other, relies on if it ain't broke, do not fix it. So they stick to the formula they know until it's time to shift. Upon the murder of George Floyd, Activision released these statements. There is no place for racist content in our game. This is an effort we began with launch and we need to do at a better job. We're issuing thousands of daily bans of racist and hate-oriented names, but we know we have to do more, and we are adding additional resources to monitor ID racist content, adding additional in-game reporting systems to increase the number of bans by hour, adding filters and greater restrictions of name changes, evaluating in-game improvements and make easier report offenses, increasing permanent bans to root out repeat offenders. We apologize to our players. This is our commitment to you, our fans. Thank you. While we look forward for playing the new season of the Modern Warfare Warzone and the Call of Duty Mobile, now is not the time. We're moving the launches of the Modern Warfare Season 4 and Call of Duty Mobile Season 7 to later dates. Right now, it's time for those to speak up for equality, justice, and change that has been seen and heard. We stand alongside you. These statements popped up each time you loaded up into the current game that year, and this is the typical black background with white text statement that many companies use when something tragic occurs. They have an action plan as to what they're going to do on their end to help. The issue with this is that they don't know who their customers are. Over my decade run with this brand, I have heard and been called unmanageable things. Go into a lobby now, and you're bound to hear something racist, homophobic within a couple of hours of play. Activision is releasing these statements as an attempt to align their values to the rest of the world and it will not work at all. They have a set of stone values, and to me, them releasing these was a form of increasing their sales in a way that they stay true to their values, but are using a tragedy and emotions of others for their capital growth. A year later, and you still have gamer tags like these. When companies release those types of statements with a black background and white text, it's more of a make me look good statement than an actual implementation of the system. Having a lack of purpose or one that goes against what you want can damage your brand in terms of credibility and overall trustworthiness of the company. If you're going to be jumping from tragic event to tragic event, it's better to stay silent than sending out the typical black background and white text. The purpose is more than a statement. It's the action that you do afterwards to maintain what you said. Action is key. Your actions are going to speak louder than your words. Do more.